Hi Not Board Gamers, and welcome back to this very special episode of Not Board Gaming. I'm your host, I'm Mark. Now this episode is brought to you in conjunction with my very good friends at Chip Theory Games for Gen Con Online. And what are we going to be looking at in this video? Well, we're going to be looking at an expansion for Too Many Bones, which came from Kickstarter to backers earlier this year, and it came out and everybody went absolutely wild because this will change the way that you can play the base game of Too Many Bones or the base game of Too Many Bones Undertow forever. Of course, I'm talking about the Splice and Dice expansion for Too Many Bones from Chip Theory Games. Now, we all know that in the base game of Splice and Dice that there is the Build a Tyrant mode, and this Build a Tyrant mode kind of works with the base games of either Too Many Bones or Too Many Bones Undertow. And instead of picking a tyrant at the beginning, what you will do is you will develop your tyrant as the game progresses. After each encounter, you will add more to your tyrant, and by the end of your journey, you will have created a truly unique tyrant for you to battle and to fight and see if you can win. And then you can record that tyrant on a sheet for prosperity and use it in any other game. It's an absolutely fantastic way to play Too Many Bones. But not only that, do you really think that giving you the ability to build your own tyrant is where Chip Theory Games would stop with a new expansion? Of course not. In the Splice and Dice expansion, you're going to get access to 5 new tyrants, and these tyrants deliver 5 of the toughest challenges in the game. We have Lockgear, we have Leech, we have Blobulus, we have Oxide, and we have Ammonite. That's 5 new tyrants for you to battle, 5 new challenges for you to overcome, and these challenges aren't easy. Okay, so there's a new way to play the game with the Build a Tyrant mode. There are 5 tough new challenges in 5 new tyrants. Is that all that you get in Splice and Dice? Of course not. This is Chip Theory Games. You're going to get a wealth of content for your money, and it comes with a wealth of new baddies as well. There are new 20-point baddie chips, there are new 5-point baddie chips, there are new 1-point baddie chips, there are 3-point baddie chips and 3-point baddie chips to use in your game of Too Many Bones Undertow, because one thing that you get when you get a Chip Theory Games expansion is you get so much content. Phew. So, new way to play the game. 5 tough new challenges in the form of 5 new tyrants and a wide variety of new baddies. Is that all you get in Splice and Dice? No, of course it's not, because along with the Build a Tyrant mode, there is also the Nobulus Apprenticeship Program, which is a whole separate game. And in the Nobulus Apprenticeship Program, what you're going to do is you're going to take the form of Nobulus's kind of lab apprentices as they try to create a new tyrant. It's almost a standalone game, although you will mix and match parts of your Too Many Bones base game or your Too Many Bones Undertow base game, and it creates this wonderful, unique experience where you'll create a tyrant, take it out to battle against other baddies, and if it wins, you can then incorporate that tyrant into any future game of Too Many Bones. If you're really interested in the Nobulus Apprenticeship Program as this kind of hidden gem within the Splice and Dice package, then I have also recorded a video, a full playthrough of the Nobulus Apprenticeship Programs from a solo perspective. Of course, it can be played with more than one player as well, so please check that video out also. When you open the box of Splice and Dice, you're going to be greeted by 2 new fantastic die-cut neoprene mats, of course with the stitching around the edge. You have the lab mat, and this is the mat where you're going to start splicing elements from each of these baddies that you've defeated, and you're going to put baddies in these tanks and put dice around these on this lab mat, and you're going to create a splicing element so that you can then transfer the splice details and stats onto the other mat, which is your tyrant mat. And the tyrant mat is where you will record your tyrant and you'll upgrade it. You will add maybe more attack stats or more defense stats, or maybe additional skills or more tyrant dice. You'll change the way that your tyrant attacks. Will it be a melee attack or will it be a range attack? There are so many variables. No 2 games play out in exactly the same way. And that theme carries across both the Build a Tyrant and the Nobulus Apprenticeship Program. They're both about the journey of creating this unique tyrant. Some of them will be fantastical creations who will wipe out the competition, and others you will have a real challenge on your hand if you're playing on the Nobulus Apprenticeship Program to try and beat the baddies on the mat. It's all about switching up how you think about how you play Too Many Bones. Of course, you're going to get a wealth of dice in this game as well, in the expansion of Splice and Dice as well. And you can see here that the dice are absolutely beautiful. These kind of heat transferred dice, and again, really hard wearing, durable, weighty, feel great to roll, and add a truly unique and dynamic element to each and every game. And as well as the Tyrant cards, you're going to get new encounter cards. You're going to get epilogue cards as well to string together a campaign. You're also going to get your Nob cards that you will use in your Nobulus Apprenticeship program. These cards are how you play the game of Nobulus Apprentice, as well as some individual apprentices that you can use in your NAP game to change and give you additional boons each and every time you play. And to top it all off, everything is laid out in this wonderfully detailed, fantastically illustrated instruction manual for Splice of Dice, where within these very hallowed pages, you will find out how to play both the Build a Tyrant mode and how to incorporate it into your Too Many Bones or Too Many Bones Undertow game, as well as learn how to play the Nobulus Apprenticeship program. And once you do, and they're relatively straightforward to learn how to play, they are a pure joy to play. So it's Chip Theory Games. The quality is obviously evident. We have the wonderful die-cut, stitched neoprene mats. We have the weighty chips with a fantastic print on there. We have the heat transferred dice, which, you know, are highly durable and feel fantastic. You know, everything that you get inside the package of Splice and Dice just screams absolute quality. But that is not all. You see, along with the Splice and Dice expansion, Chip Theory Games also released some new gear locks. So the first one is Dart, and Dart is this wonderful gear lock who rides on the back of this pig and can jump off this pig and can barrel through people, creates a completely different way to play any of your Too Many Bones games. And the others are the Lab Rats. Now there are 4 Lab Rats, and you play them as almost as one, basically, changing between the Lab Rats that you choose to play out. It's 4 kind of burgeoning gear locks there with different skills, complementary skills that help each other out. Again, adding a truly unique experience into your Too Many Bones journey. I think it's safe to say that I think Splice and Dice by Chip Theory Games for Too Many Bones and Too Many Bones Undertow has just added another dimension onto the whole Too Many Bones franchise. It's fantastic that this franchise absolutely keeps on going and keeps giving us new ways to play and offers new ways to play. I think I'm absolutely in love with the Splice and Dice. As much as I like to play with the new Tyrants and the existing Tyrants, I also love playing the Nobulus Apprentice program and Build a Tyrant program as well. Build a Tyrant mode to create my own tyrants, and you know, if you've followed me online, then you will see that I've actually shared some of my tyrants that I've created as well. So that is Splice and Dice, an expansion for Too Many Bones by Chip Theory Games. It's an absolutely fantastic, outstanding product. Go online, go and order that now, as well as the new gear locks in the form of darts and in the form of the Lab Rats. So thank you very much for joining me on this very special video regarding Splice and Dice from my very good friends at Chip Theory Games. My name's Mark, I'm from Nut Board Gaming. Enjoy the rest of Gen Con, and I'll speak soon. Bye bye.